Think we're going. We're here. Gonna adjust my camera. Sure, this is working. It is. Feels like they actually fixed their thing here, but we're here. You can hear me. Mic is working. Yeah, we're back. Justin, the Zilla, the live stream. It's been a week. Sorry, I hit my mic again. It's been a week since I've done a live stream, but we're here. Getting back into the swing of things. I was actually out of town last week. I know I didn't post anything here on YouTube. I did post a story over on my Instagram, but as you all saw, last Friday I did post. What was it? I posted my little tutorial Godzilla video. So that was fun. It's like I've been sitting on that video for a bit, like ever since I got the Super 7 -1 Godzilla figure. So been just waiting to finally get that out, and nice to finally get it. Be like, it's done. It's out there. Give you all more content. Yeah, and the video is doing pretty well. I think it's at like 88 views, maybe even like nearly 90. So thank y'all for the support on that. Hopefully we can get more, but it's only been a week, so hopefully it'll grow and grow and grow. Just like my previous video that I did before, which was a review of the X-Men 97 Cyclops Marvel Legends, and that was fun. But yeah, but we're back again with the live stream, doing our thing. Here's me. I can feel. Oh, I had a big dinner. I'm feeling kind of a little sick. Excuse me if I'm a little burpy. But we're here. That was probably disgusting. Deadpool 69, welcome back. Or DP 69, welcome back, bro. We're here. We're doing our thing. We're back on the live stream grind. We've been doing stuff. We've been working ever since coming back. I was out of town. Had a family thing. I wouldn't indulge too much on it. But, had to be out of town. Big emergency. So, but we're back. We're doing our thing. We're looking at figures. I'm excited. And yeah. And of course, this live stream, y'all have seen on, if we've been doing that, you just got Rob's figure. Yeah, I got it. Technically, what was it? On Wednesday, I got it. I think it got technically delivered on Tuesday, but I had my mail on hold because I was out of town up until Tuesday night. So, so finally got it in hand. So yeah, so I did finally get that Darth Vader, as we'll be looking at in a second. But of course, do want to do, as we do with every live stream, DP69 says fun. It is fun. But yeah, but as we do each week, which of every live stream, we'll be looking at our first segment, which is our weekly pickups. So first, a figure I actually picked up. A figure that I picked up the previous week, like a couple weeks ago. One that I was pretty excited to finally get my hands on is the Marvel Legends Spider-Man retro carded Kane. So this is, of course, a part of the newest retro carded line there. So I finally picked up Kane. He's one of the few characters I was like, I need to get this guy in hand. So it's nice to finally get this guy. I like doing these weekly pickups. It's so nice to show off these future figures, future streams. So yeah, so expect this in a stream. He's probably going to be with Chameleon because they're like the two like classic kind of villains in my mind. The Francine Fry Electro, maybe I'll get her. I'm not really sure. I'm not really too familiar, but I do like her look. Spider-Boy, don't really care for. I'm not really interested at all. The Agent Venom looks pretty good. I'm kind of just waiting. And then, of course, the Spider-Man Unlimited. Oh, also kind of iffy on. Because, it doesn't have the highlights and like the shading as it did in the cartoon. I saw a lot of online kind of repaint, so I'm like, maybe I'll get them if I want to do that. But it's like, I'm like, It's like, I'll kind of see. But it's like, but the ones I needed is like Arcane and Chameleon I've seen everywhere. Every store that I go to, it's like they always have like 2 or 3 Chameleons. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just see. Maybe I can wait until he gets down to like a clearance price if I'm lucky. But if not, I'll get him sooner than later because I need him anyways. You need a classic Chameleon because I just have the original, which was what from like 10 years ago. It was from the Rhino Bathwave where it came with the J. Jonathan head and the Hammerhead head. So, but finally to add some 90s clone goodness. Love this character design. Love this figure look already. Been a needed look for Kane, in my opinion, because this is what I think of when I think of Kane. The Tombsters, what's up? Welcome to the live stream and welcome to the channel. I saw that you subscribed earlier after Rob had posted about, this live stream. So welcome. We're doing our weekly pickups. This is from like 2 weeks ago. Nice. Can't wait to open this. So expect this to be on a stream with the Chameleon at some point, whenever I pick that up. So yes. Yeah, really, really cool. And then also today, what I picked up while going grocery shopping, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the buzz. We're doing a stream today, so I wanted to get something more. So I picked up the Jedi Toys Street Fighter 2 Cammy figure. Finally getting my hands on this third wave of these Street Fighter 2 figures. Yo, what's up, Rob? Welcome. We're doing over the pickups. Yeah, but finally picking up this Cammy. I saw her the first time before at Rocket Comics, when they were like just coming out, and it's like I couldn't get them at that time. I was like, it's like I'll wait. It's like I just can't get them, but finally able. So we got Cammy, and she's and I got this at GameStop. You can see, but the weird thing was, wait, what's Rob saying? Dude, those Street Fighter figures are so cool. I saw a Ryu, Fei Long, and a Chun-Li at Walmart. Recommend getting them. They're so good. If you want good figures, and they're also for, a pretty good price. I think they're like $25. It's like the average. So, especially, when it comes to like, I would say, like when it comes to like that first wave of figures, that is like kind of like that will hook you. That is going to hook you onto the actual whole line. So I would recommend it, Rob. It's like, and if you only want to get like those 3, those are like your 3 to get, I would say. Ken, Ryu, and Ken. Well, it's like, it'd be Ryu, Fei Long, and Chun-Li. But in my opinion, I'm kind of like a Ken, Ryu, and and Chun-Li, kind of guy. But Rob says it was tempting. Ryu is my favorite, and the accessories are awesome. They are. I mean, yes, they're worth the price. Honestly, like having alternate heads, alternate hands, and coming with a little effect piece, and especially with in that first wave, so where they all had like stands for their effect pieces, it's totally worth it. It's so worth it. It's like if you got the space and you got the care for it, it's like, and if you can only get one, get Ryu. Ryu is so good. He's like perfect. I know that there is like a player 2 variant that people have like repainted because like the skin tone is a little bit less tan. I'll have to look at the newer release ones because these are like re-releases. I kind of deem those because I've seen them at Walmart now, but they're kind of behind because even like Target had a months ahead, but it looks like that they're doing a re-release of them. So we'll have to see. It'll be cool. It'll be nice. So yeah, but finally getting Cammy. They also had a Guile there as well. But I'm like, if anyone, I probably want to get Cammy, get more female, but representation. And also, I think she's just more of an iconic character, at least in my eyes. Yeah, when it comes to Street Fighter, and of course, you have your whole lineup here that they've already really shown off what's going on there. So for me, it's like probably next will probably be Guile, and then probably what's his name, Baraka, the green dude, and then I can't remember what the Russian guy's name is, but he's cool. I'll need him. Disco, I've been debating on getting Disco. He looks cool, but it's like I'm not really familiar with him as a character. And then of course I have what's his name? Yeah, the actual like that dictator dude. Yeah, I can't remember what his name is. Yeah, it's like, but of course I got him because he was in Wave 2 with Dalsim and Ken. Zangief? Which one is Zangief? He's a Russian wrestler type. Oh yeah, Zangief. Yeah, that's his name. Okay. Yeah, because him, but I'm familiar with M. Bison. That's it. Thank you, Rob. But but I got M. Bison. He's a cool figure. He looks really nice. And then of anyone else, probably, what's this guy's name? Akuma? It's like, because he's like the big bad. Whenever I think about it, it's like he's like the actual big bad. It's like, because M. Bison, this guy, he's like your main bad guy. Yeah, kind of like, I would say you're more iconic bad guy, but M. Bison's like, he's just a dude. But then you have like Akuma, and he's like a demon or whatever. And then also, and also like the mask guy, and then the boxer dude. Like those two is like I remembered so much. I don't really remember the rest of them. There's like the sumo guy, of course I remember, but I don't really know. I don't have a huge connection, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. But then Silent Rob says, dude, that really takes me back. I played the fuck out of Street Fighter as a kid. We're 12 minutes in. We can say the fuck word. We're adults. Don't watch this if you're children. Sorry. I'm gonna do what I want. But Silent Rob says that those are all the characters from the game I played the most too. Hell yeah. And honestly, it's like, and I was thinking about this before. It's like, but when I was just looking at this figure and looking at the list, I might just get them all. I'm so tempted to just be like, okay, I got the whole line. I'm done. I don't need any more Street Fighter. This is what I need, and I'm good to go. And even it's like even when they've been posting up, I think the like their Comic-Con sets, it's like even seeing those, I'm like, yeah, it's nice that they come with alternate hands, like the alternate like effects and heads and stuff. It's like that's for the first player color figures, but I'm like, it's like, and even when they did, I think it was the exclusive, the Chun-Li in pink. That one I do like because I do like the head sculpt more. It's like, and then they did an alternate one. Yeah, that goes with the first player color. But even that, I'm like, I don't really need that much. I'm pretty happy with what I got, but I'll kind of just track them down if I want to. But but it's like I might just get them all at some point. So we'll see. But but looking forward to it. And also it's like, but also like Evil Ryu and Ken. Not really my wheelhouse. Is like, if anything, it'd probably be Ryu. I don't remember an Evil Ken, but I didn't really get that deep into Street Fighter. But Megan, welcome to the live stream. Hello. Glad you're back. Mr. Rob says that's valid. Haha. Oh yeah. It's like if you're getting most of them, might as well get all of them and just call it done. Don't touch the franchise anymore. Because I'm good after that. got like a bubble in my throat, messing with me. It's making me feel kind of sick. I want to throw up on stream. We're going to take some deep breaths. We're going to take our time with this. But yeah, so a couple cool pickups. We got Kane for Spider-Man, and then we have Cammy for Street Fighter. So a couple things to look forward to. A few streams to look forward to in the future. I need to figure out what to do next week. Because I don't have that much. I still got Obi-Wan there. I'm still debating on doing this, but you know, it's like, yeah, as you all know, I like to do my variety. I don't want to do like every same kind of thing each week. So we'll see. It's like I did order another figure, but that'll be a future time. You'll see it when I show it here on kind of like here on stream, because I kind of want to keep this one a little bit of a surprise, because it's a figure that I've been after for a bit, and I finally got it for a pretty good deal. So I'm like, please more figures. Take my money. Okay. But yeah. But I think we're going to go ahead, switch on over, unless y'all got any more questions about the pickups or anything else here on the stream. I'm just excited to like do a stream. It's like, it's been a bit. It's been a week. Well, it's been 2 weeks, because last week I didn't do one. So, but Sound Rob says I'm looking forward to see the surprise figure you got. Oh, I'm so excited for it. Yeah, you got no idea, Rob. It's like I've been amped to finally like get my hands on this figure. Yeah, because I've been kind of like, just being like, will I get it? I had a chance at one point, but I was like, kind of like, not right now. And then it was gone, and then it's been gone. And then, of course, aftermarket prices have been insane, especially, you know, with the tariffs. Stupid. But, you know. But I got a pretty good deal. Had some sales going on, so looked around. And I was like, I'm doing my calculations. Screw it. Buy it now. Get it for this decent price. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead, I think, switch on over. Get going with the stream. I'll have to adjust the camera. Of course, we'll do it like this. So, we'll switch on over right now. And it's nice that I only have to do that once instead of having to do it 3 different times just for it to go. But we're going to get our camera here. It is all wonked. It's not straight at all. There we go. That a bit better? That feels better. Ugh. If I don't hit everything. Oh, excuse me. I got so many wires. I got so many things. But here it is. We're going to switch these over to that. Switch you over there. Get some more light on this Darth Vader. I know my ring light is not really helping with the lighting situation at this moment. Excuse me, but it's here. It's here, Rob. It's here. It's in my hands. My grubby little fingers. Yeah, but this is the S.H.Figuarts Darth Vader. I was doing some research on this figure. I think this one is technically based off of the Return of the Jedi. Sound Rob saying, woohoo, yeah, Rob, here it is. But yeah, but I believe that this one is based off of the Return of the Jedi. So, episode 6, technically, version. So, really cool, really neat little thing here. And this guy, for like as y'all have seen from the title, this figure was originally released in 2015, literally 10 years ago. This is a decade-old figure, and we have come so much far from this. It's, but Sound Rob says that that's his favorite Star Wars movie. Honestly, in my opinion, kind of an underrated film. I like it. I always liked it. I think it's like okay, it's like my favorite. I think is still Empire Strikes Back. I think that just kind of you know yeah it makes sense. And then you have the original Star Wars, specifically not the special editions, just the original cuts that are all out there, especially like the fan cuts where they put the original stuff in there, even if they improve like the effects a bit. You know, kind of it's just like Disney, please just do it. And Son Rob says that one is so good. Two, Empire is a close second for me. Oh, for sure. It's like Empire, yeah, like for me is like top tier because that's like all the vibes, at least for me. And then it's original Star Wars, and then it's Return of the Jedi. At least for me, it's like even though it's like Return of the Jedi kind of has a special place in my heart. So kind of like it's like at least it's like for me, it's like they're all kind of have to kind of like be together. It's like you kind of have to watch all three of those films together. It's like I think it's like the one that you can kind of watch by itself. I guess technically the original Star Wars makes sense, but at least like for me, it's like I always thought that Return of the Jedi. At least for me, is like the movie that I probably watched technically the most of because I think it's like it's the most repetitive. I think it has the most kind of like I would say more kind of like story based where this is more where it is essentially more centered around Luke and Vader and their connection and their end of their story and and ending the empire and it's like when we finally meet the emperor kind of in person and it's like and it's like it's all just so cool smooth. It's like, but I gotta say, it's like, but Empire Strikes Back is when like George like locks in and they get all the vibes and they get all like the money, and and so then the studio is like, okay, just do whatever you want. It's like we'll give you all the money, we don't care. And then they make Yoda. It's like whoa, and then they make Vader like a badass in that film. He was always a badass, but in any case. But speaking of Vader, this is the 2015 Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader from S.H.Figuarts, of course from Tamashii Nations, Bandai. We have all your logos, and this is like your standard S.H.Figuarts. Your packaging with your Star Wars logo and your Darth Vader in the kanji and in English. The S.H.Figuarts logo there has all your same tech details that look like a disassembled like a lightsaber kind of thing. I don't know if that's accurate. Then you have silver, like your paneling up and around the window with your Star Wars logo, S.H.Figuarts, and then saying that S.H.Figuarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression through humanoid action. And I like that says a new, so you can tell how old this is because it was a new thing. Now it's just kind of standard. Yeah, but when it comes to import figures, it's if you want a decent figure for a decent price, you get an S.H.Figuarts. Or now it's like you get a Mayfix. Or in some cases, a Haya, specifically a Monster Arts. Because I don't know, companies. But in any case, nice little packaging. You see all the accessories. We'll look at it in a bit. At the bottom, have all your little warnings, have your little barcode there. On the side, have your same Star Wars logo with the Darth Vader, and then have a nice little promo shot of the figure, of course, before Rob got to it. S.H.Figuarts, the same kind of thing. Lucasfilm, Disney, they did own it by that point. Kind of makes sense. You got Star Wars there with all your little tech details. Yeah, same kind of thing of S.H.Figuarts with the whole expression through humanoid action, doing character expression art, and then a little Darth Vader thing there, which is nice. So and so then on the back, have your Star Wars logo here. You have nice little promo shot of Vader. Do have some scratches there, but it's like but this is yours, Rob. It's like, and I got this for free. And I do want to mention that. Like, I got this for free. I won this in Silent Rob's May the 4th giveaway, where he had 3 different prizes. It was, well, of course, it was either this or the S.H.Figuarts Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian, or you would have gotten, what was it? Yeah, just like a lightsaber. I forget what company it was you got it from, but it was really cool. Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's like I definitely need to get that Luke at some point, because that's like my Luke figure. It's like that I saw it. Yeah, it's like it was so cool. But Son Rob says, "Heck yeah, I can't believe you won. I can't believe it either. I can't believe that the first guy, that you chose, like that he kind of just skipped out. It's like, that he missed out. I was like, I was so shocked because I did not see it coming. Because I think it's like you literally announced it. I think I was literally doing, what was it? I was doing a live stream. I think, you announced it like right before like I was gonna go on air to do my live stream, and I was like, what the heck? How? What are the chances? But it's really cool. And then some nice promo art of the figure. Looking actually pretty good. You can actually see him, with the original pieces, with the original plastic kind of skirt cape here, because of course, as we can see, that is not there anymore. And he's got some stormtroopers, very old figures too. It's like those helmets are so out of date. Yeah, there's our little warnings stuff there. I don't think we got very much else to really say about this thing. I'm excited to get a new Vader in my hands. I only have one Vader, as we'll see later, but here's this guy. So we're going to open up this figure, and of course, no tape to cut through because this was pre-owned by Silent Rob. So yeah, so we can just open him up in there, make sure we're not missing nothing. We do got instructions, and of course we do have a little backdrop here, just a gray kind of backdrop, but we're just going to get this box out of here. We're just going to be nice about it. We do get little instructions, which is cool. So let's see what we got here. So this is the S.H.Figuarts instructions kind of paper, so where you have all your different sets of hands and how they attach onto the wrist peg and what your pairs are. So you got fists, you got more open, and you got more holding hands. And then you see, okay, and how you change out like the cuff piece. You can take off the shoulder pads. Same on other side. Okay. So yeah, so where I guess before you would have to install those, or they just want to show you, it's like if it does come off, put it back that way. And then you have your lightsaber and have your separate one. They're 2-0 on the back. Not too bad. Always enjoy. It's like I will say, it's like I always appreciate instructions. You need it. We'll keep it to the side just in case. I do know some. Oh yeah, and he does have the. Oh, I totally forgot. He has the unmasked head. Hold up. Okay, well that's okay. Before we open it, here is Vader in all his plastic glory, in his plastic tomb. His plastic tomb. His his Bacta tank. Yeah, what is it? It's like the tank that he sits in, so he doesn't freaking die. Or this is like his egg thing. Yeah, and Empire Strikes Back. I wish they would have kept that in Return of the Jedi. But he was moving all around. He was not just gonna sit there and wait. He was very active. He was very actively involved in that whole story. Because he's the main. He's like the main dude. Because that's how George apparently planned it. But here's our Vader, already looking pretty sick. Oh, so they just come attached like that? That's kind of... All right. Hold up. Okay, so we're going to get this out of here. We're going to get everything out, and then we'll kind of go over. So I think first we'll get out our little hand. Let me actually do so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. At least that's decent. So you can see what I'm grabbing. Even with my hand in the way, we'll grab this. Grab this. And missing at least one fist. I assume that just made its way down there. And I wouldn't be surprised with how loose all this stuff is, but I do want to make sure I'm not missing anything. We do have his full lightsaber, the alternate head, which I didn't even really think about. Yeah, which I'm like, oh yeah, it's like this is Return of the Jedi. What the heck? Actual lightsaber. Oh, there is that fist. Sitting right there at the bottom. Little pesky guy. Get that over there. We'll get the plastic out of the way. Alrighty. So I guess first, okay, so let's just go over the accessories first, and then we'll look at the actual toy. So first I'll just look at the hands. So our first pair we got here is a pair of fisted hands. So I guess back in the day how they did these, as you can see, it's like one which is open and then one was meant to take the actual wrist peg out on the right side, which is kind of weird. I've never really thought about that. I've never seen this before, but I guess it's kind of like, well, that's how old these techniques were, how they did them, but that is very neat. And nice little, yeah, but nice sculpting, though. I like the little pads and then like the leather kind of texture to the gloves. They are very shiny, but that makes sense. It was always kind of a little more shinier. Yeah, a lot more gloss compared to the first film. He kind of actually shined his helmet for a bit. Let me make sure my live chat's working. Oh, there we go. Bro. It's like, of course, my live chat just kind of doesn't work. Yeah. But someone says, sorry about the Tiki Fed sticky tack on his foot. I used them for stop motions and forgot to take it off, I guess. Oh, you're all good, Rob. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, oh, okay. You're good, bro. It's like, I got this for free. I'm not going to fucking complain. You're a bro. I always appreciate it. And then he has two kind of open hands here, kind of like, I guess more relaxed or kind of like more kind of like force using hands. I kind of always imagine like him doing like the whole like the claw thing, but this, yeah, but this is more kind of like flat with that hands. But still a nice pair and still doing that same thing where the right hand has the peg and then the right one just has the hole. But Son Rob says it shouldn't be too hard to get off his foot. No, I doubt it. I can probably just scrape it off with my fingernail, honestly, or even or even like just move it. But our first little accessory that we'll look at besides the hands is going to be his lightsaber without the actual blade emitted, and this is actually a pretty nice sculpt. I will admit, it's like I can't remember where I put my other one. That goes with my Black Series Vader, but this is a very nice sculpt, and and very clean paint. Yeah, there's like nothing wrong with this at all. Maybe at the bottom, no, it's actually pretty perfect. So nice, yeah, and a nice little sculpt, and they're like a pretty decent size. It feels right. And then of course we have the actual admitted blade, yeah, the actual one with the blade, and of course Rob, I think he said you actually put like some glow in the dark stuff on it because I can feel a texture on it. It's kind of like a taper or something, or like you put like a paint. It's like I can kind of like, and you can kind of see how it makes that effect with the thing. But Sound Rob says I painted it with a glow paint so it glows in the dark. A black light will make it look awesome. Oh, okay, sick. We might even want to do. Can we turn off the light? I don't know how you can. I don't know. Yeah, we'll try it later. But like I think that you can kind of tell it's like it has a little bit like of that glow to it. If you know what I'm meaning, if you have it at the right angle, it kind of has like a little bit like of a glow to it. But yeah, but it does actually give it like a little bit of like a texture. And it's not too bad at all. It's like unless this was like the original. Yeah, like the thing is like if you just did like a yeah, like yeah, a thin layer. It works the best when you charge it up with a UV light. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to try that out. But there we have the actual blade. A little bit of yeah, a little bit of dust getting on it, but that's fine. Yeah, but then you have the actual hilt. Exact same, actually pretty well done. Not bad at all. And it'll be nice to see him. And you can kind of see how it's kind of glowing, especially if you're like moving it, like it has like that. It kind of has like a natural glow to it, which is kind of nice with that little glow paint, even if it's has lights. Because I got lights that are pointed straight towards it, so it makes sense. And then for one of like our cooler accessories, I would kind of say we have the kind of like the cut off right wrist there. So where this is a cover, yeah, kind of like piece, yeah, for the right arm glove. You have these little wires that are all sticking out because this is after Luke chops it off because he gets all mad. Yeah, because he's like, "Don't talk about my sister that way, Dad." She, yeah, it's like, "How dare you?" Yeah, it's like, "Well, she is like the purest person." It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you're just being a jerk. I know you're being a jerk, but you know what? Screw you. That's my sister. And then probably like the one that I didn't, yeah, like remember is like the one I didn't expect is the actual unmasked um Vader head. I guess technically Anakin, I guess you would say, even though it feels weird to call this Anakin, but it is. I just call him Darth Vader during this time. I'm like, it's Darth Vader. I know it's Anakin Skywalker, but what you have is an unmasked head. Actually, a pretty good sculpt there. I don't know if he looks exactly like the actor, but it looks pretty good. Does he have the eyebrows or does he not? I don't think he has the eyebrows. Hold on. No, he doesn't. But he looks pretty good. It's like, and then like the actual like the sculpt just by itself is not bad at all. I think it holds up pretty well. And nice detailing with the scarring. Nice kind of work on the skin and even onto the eyes. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, the new ones that they've done of this is probably like way better. But this is still pretty good. You have the little mask kind of pieces there. Have the back plates kind of there. So very nice. Very very cool. Love this. Yes, but this is always like a great bonus to have with any Vader figure, or even like as like a gimmick. But we will move camera down, move it back. This is a good height. This is not really. Ooh. I can already tell. Okay, one thing. Oh, I'm gonna get this Vader standing up. Honestly, Rob's like I could not. Okay, I don't think I could imagine this figure without a cloth cape. Because thinking about this, like if this had like the original, like the plastic cape, and you had the plastic, yeah, kind of skirt piece here, I think this figure would probably feel a lot more bad than it does. Yeah, because I will say one thing is like I can already tell. Okay, so already like this helmet head is like way too small. I think proportion wise, it makes kind of no sense with what's going on. I get it, it's like they're trying to make them look bigger, but it's just, bruh. It's kind of like, yeah, hey, he's very round, I guess. He's kind of round short, if you will. Torso's not very long. I feel like his torso is usually kind of longer. His legs are okay. They're kind of, I don't know, they're just kind of square. Yeah, I think you're right about the helmet being a little too small. Oh, for sure. Yeah. But I do like this cape you got on here, Rob. And you even have the little, like, that chain. Yeah, so that's very nice. And of course, you have the wire. That's on both sides. Even, oh yeah, and then even down to the ones here. We can get him already having a little bit of fun. Because this definitely helps the figure. In any case, I think it looks pretty darn good on this guy. Yeah, kind of like it. Yeah, I'll kind of mess with it a little bit more to get it perfect. But even like still like this, I think this is still way better. It's like even like compared to like the plastic cave, it's like you cannot want to anything more than like this. I feel like it does kind of bunch around his neck a bit. I think that that's just because his head's small. I think it'll look fine. He just got a tiny noggin. He needs a thick neck, bro. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you're mostly happy with it. Oh yeah, for sure. It's like, because I gotta say, it's like, yeah, it's like if we want to get to, yeah, to like just the actual figure, because let's see, because we got a ball joint that's there at the bottom of the neck, so that actually does pretty well. Goes forward, not that far. Goes up. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Yeah, I need to get this more close up. Excuse me. There we go. A little closer. So we'll go over articulation. I'm already getting ahead of myself, but it's like, I'm loving this. Here, I'm going to do something. I'm going to remove the cape for now because I want to get as much articulation as I can. And also, to be honest, that actually is a very nice. Okay. I will give them this. It's like, yeah, just taking off the head is like the easiest thing. It is not difficult at all. So that's a nice engineering thing. And he doesn't look too bad without the cape. I think if like his shoulders kind of stick out, yes, if you want a more flush, his arms kind of have to be like that, but that still gives him a good look. I think it's just his head. His head is like, I think that even is like, I feel like it's not even like the actual, yeah, like the size could be good. I think it's the actual, like the placement of the actual top of the helmet. Because if this, oh, okay, because they have him, oh, I didn't even notice. Because on there, you can see the back of his head. And I guess that makes sense because you do see that. But I kind of wish I could kind of, take off this top piece and kind of like readjust it. Because this feels like that it's kind of like it sits kind of too high up on his head. I feel like it has to be lower and even like kind of needs to shift forward a bit. I feel like it shouldn't be like totally on that brow. I feel like there's always like a little bit of wiggle room with it. And if I kind of push it, I don't want to break it, of course. Even if I like do that, a little bit of shift, I think kind of helps it. But in any case, scratching on my table. Excuse me. Oh, or is that the blue tack? Here, I'm going to take off this blue tack real quick. I don't want to mess up my table, but you're good, Rob. You're doing stop motion, bro. You're working. And you gave me this for free. So excuse the thing here, but we're going to just scrape this off. It's not that much of a hassle at all to take off this. There's some blue tack. Do as much as we can. On this one go. See, look how clean that is. See, you don't even like notice it. It just looks like a regular. But now we got that little bit of tack. Very cool. We're gonna set that aside to a safe place. We will save it for history's sake, at least for now. Yeah. Okay. In any case. Heck yeah. Ha ha ha. You're good. There we go. But there's our Vader. Actually, not looking too bad. It's like, yeah, kind of like forcing this helmet to come forward a little bit kind of helps it. It kind of evens it out, even though he still looks kind of a little weird, especially at the, that's not too bad. We'll kind of see. Okay, so with the head, have a ball at the bottom of the neck, so look up about that far, looks down that far, has a side kind of tilt, has a rotation. At the top of the neck, you can kind of even like just pop it off and then just like move it and then place it, but you can just fully look side to side, so very nice. And then also you get some tilt there at the shoulders, you get hinge up that far, and this even articulates here at the shoulder piece to get out of the way. So you can go all the way up there. Hello, Megan. You're all good. I understand. But thank you for joining back with the stream. We're looking at the S.H.Figuarts Darth Vader from 2015 that I won off of Silent Rob's May the 4th giveaway. Look at that guy. You can do that. And then with the arms, of course, because this is attached to a peg on the shoulder, you can do your full rotation there. And you do have a kind of like a free joint there that has like a ring around it. So you can go up. Yeah, you can kind of like shift up, shift down, come forward and back like a butterfly, but really nice. A lot of action-oriented stuff going on there, possibility. So very nice. And then, of course, at the arms, you have a bicep swivel, have a double-jointed elbow, which admittedly doesn't really go that far up. It's actually pretty good. It goes over 90, so not bad. It does kind of like hit itself a bit. Yeah, with the sculpting, but still pretty good range. And then, of course, at the hands, you have the ball and the wrist kind of thing going on there. So you do a full rotation on each hand, and you can either hinge in and out, or you can hinge up and down. So very, very cool. And he comes packed in with the two holding hands there, which is very nice. And then at the torso, that's a nice some nice some armor detail there, and have all your chest plate with all your buttons and everything and all your clothing, and then down to the belt. Some nice little side panels on the side of the belt. And kind of, you got a rod, yeah, that goes up to a ball in the middle of the body, I think. That comes down to one in the actual torso. So you kind of loop around there. You do get some rotation at the waist specifically. You can get a full 360. I can feel that, but at the top, you can go side to side. You can also tilt with too, which isn't bad. It's like you do kind of like need to work on the shoulders, I think, kind of like as you pose with this figure. So it might even just be better to like get your pose without the cape, so you can make sure, that you get it all straightened out and then put the cape on, because it's so easy to take off the head. So just a little fair kind of play thing if you want to make this, I guess, kind of work better in a stepwise, at least for me. But then moving his little custom skirt there, which is nice because it's got the pickup there, but legs don't really kick out forward at all. They kind of have a wide joint, which kind of sucks. It does show its age, unless you're supposed to like drop it down and then you can kind of go forward, but come on, Figuarts. And then if you drop it again, kind of go back that far, that's pretty good. Come up. You can do the full split, so that's pretty good. You just can't really... Okay, it's like if you drop it down all the way, you can go pretty far forward. Not bad. And then you have your double jointed knee there with your inner thigh cut as well. Sorry, I was looking at it from afar. I'm not looking at close up, but there it is there. There's our double jointed knee. Pretty good. If we move it up further, see even more of that range. Very good. We don't have any swivel up here at the boot, but we do have rotation here at the actual shoe piece. That hinges back only about that far, hinges forward only about that far. And does not have... This one has a slight ankle rocker. This one kind of does. It's very stiff, but they do have toe joints. That's nice. So they go about that far, go down kind of flat. So yeah, nice articulation and nice kind of like actually like boot details. I do like these boots. How they have like little square panels, have little armor segments there, and then have all your undersuit, have your little crotch piece with the back. Yeah, so nice sculpt. I do feel it is a bit kind of skinny, in my opinion, but I think it does kind of work, especially like for the time. I think that this was pretty good. I think that, it's like over the years, it's like, yeah, they just improve and then they figure out how to get closer and closer. But this one is still, it's not bad. It's not a bad looking figure. So we can even, okay, let's see how difficult it is to change hands. So we're going to do our left hand holding. We're going to switch to that. That's not too bad getting that off of there. But yeah, remember, this is pre-owned by Rob, so it's probably had some stuff there. We might even do, we're going to do our Four Season hand. Yeah, how difficult that is to put on there. Actually, here on camera. Okay, just a bit of force, but you can get it off. Well, you can get it on, excuse me. Let's see how I want to do them, because I think I want to have them with the lightsaber is the plan. You're saying that just goes right in. Does this split up like the new one? No, it's just one solid piece. I think maybe if I do have the cape, it might help a little bit. Just to get sure. No, I want to do them. How does this cape usually sit? It kind of sits up there. I'm just trying to get it to how it looks good, at least for me. It's kind of good. Still feel like his neck needs to be like way thicker. Maybe. Bro. Now it's just not going on. There we go. That's actually not bad at all. where he's kind of like looming over. I know the legs are kind of spread, but I do kind of like that approaching kind of presence. Or even just, okay, I guess we can just do this a straight on it. Walking. We're able. I don't even know if I'm able to do a regular walk-in pose with this mold. I want to break that. Does feel like he doesn't really have a lot of torso. Will give as well. I just snatched that in half. Excuse me. How does that? Oh, that has like a peg there, peg there. Hold on. I gotta do my surgery now. Now I get this back on. Okay. Oh, okay. That's so weird. So it has like 4 different little pegs. I guess that's where the cape originally went into. That's so what? Oh, okay. So that goes into the torso. Yeah, that mid torso does not have a lot of give to it. Hold on while I'm doing surgery. Megan says, "You got any new Sonic toys?" I have not, Megan. I haven't been able to track them down. I need to get them at some point, but this hasn't been on the priority to be. Yeah, but to be honest, I'm gonna mess with this Vader as we're going because I'm gonna try to get him in a really good pose. He does kind of like doesn't have a lot of range looking down. It's more kind of like in the torso that you get that down. Guess you could do him. He's just kind of standing there, menacing. Still kind of skinny, in in my opinion. But you can get not too bad of a pose. I mean, especially yeah, kind of just with the wired cape. Guess even if you more so, do a more accurate kind of windswept, but look at that. It's not really that elaborate, but still. Hey, thank you, Rob. And yeah, this time Rob says, "That's a sweet pose, dude. Thank you." Look at that. He's like a samurai. Like, yeah, just straight up just like is like just full on like samurai stance right now. Using the force. Looking at him. He looks he looks so good. I'm kind of surprised how well this figure looks. It's not bad. I still think it's like of course the whole down thing is the head size, but in any case, I don't really mind it too much because we will do a head swap. And we're going to see how that goes on there. Hold up. Now I'm going to take off the cape again. Back here. Kind of a more tighter fit. Oh, there we go. Have some work. Get on there. Get on there. And you can't just put the cape over as you have the head on there. That's not bad either. We'll do just to have the full effect, just to show y'all. So this one, okay, so that one you take out with the peg. Nice, and then let's put in the broken piece, because as our instructions have shown us, you take off the hand, you take off the cuff, and you put on the new cuff on the right side. There's your little piece. There's your little wrist thing. Excuse me if that was not all on camera. I was trying to just grab it. Not really thinking and trying to read my instructions, but there's our little piece there. So just this little hand nub. So where after Luke, as we say, fucked his shit up. Ooh. Look at that. He's like, all right. Yeah, it's kind of like, I might be almost there, but I'm ready for battle. Oh, never mind. Then you even just have the basic lightsaber. I kind of wish he could store this on his person somewhere. I don't think there is a spot where he stores this on the figure, so that kind of sucks. So kind of like, well, why do I do this? Just make it separable. I'm gonna check the box just in case if I'm stupid, and I'm not because they don't show it. Whatever. But yeah, but nice to have that different look of Vader at the end of his life when he is returned to be an Anakin Skywalker yet again. We'll do them. Just like there on the ground. You're like, oh no. All right, son. Leave me. Flashpoint Collector 66. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. We're looking at a S.H.Figuarts Darth Vader. This is after, he kills the Emperor. And he's got his hand cut off. Oh, like Luke. Oh, oh my God, Luke. I'm literally about to die. I'm about to die, Luke. This sucks. Being evil, that was bad. Now I'm gonna be a ghost. But yeah. Flashpoint Collector says, what's up, Rob? And Son Rob says, what's up, Flash? What up, boys? I'm gonna try to get this wrist peg off so I can display him with his lightsaber. Why wouldn't I? And back on there, that just goes right on. We're gonna get his lightsaber back. This is kind of just like the pose I think he should be in. This is kind of like the pose for Vader that I got, so. I've really been trying to do him. Do we want to do him with just the fist? I don't know. It's like a weird look for him, especially if he doesn't have the lightsaber, in my opinion. I'm like, well, why even just have him with the lightsaber? Oh, kind of, yeah, and half the time it kind of doesn't really want to keep stable, but even still, this is not bad at all. This is not the worst thing. I feel like his cape isn't really this baggy. But that's just because of the kind of the fabric, but it's still good. Yeah, I think it works. The material is very nice, and it is cool that you did actually do the actual like the bottom pieces too. That's awesome that you actually did that. A Flashpoint collector says just got shipment info for my McFarlane theatrical release Superman. Awesome! I just saw those um at Target today. They look pretty neat. I really just looked, yeah, kind of like at the Superman. And I was like, okay. And then all the rest I kind of seen online, and I'm like, it's all right. But Flashpoint Custom says from BBTS. Hell yeah. Shout out those guys, I guess. But yeah, cool little figure. Let me know what y'all think about it. I think it's pretty good for a figure from like 2015. It's not perfect, of course, and I'm also not showcasing it is that well. But there he is. There's our dude. Looking pretty good. Look at that. That guy looks so cool. Yeah. I guess if we want to try, I guess we could try to see if this will glow in the dark. I don't know if it really works on camera, but I'm gonna turn off all my lights real quick. So we're gonna try. Does it kind of glow? Kinda. You can kind of see that kind of glow. I do have a light back here, so it doesn't really work as well. Unless I turn that off too, but I don't want to get up and turn off everything. Or should I? Yeah, what do y'all think? I just sold my Hush Superman and bought a new one. Oh, nice. Yeah, was it just a kind of like a newer, updated version? Or is that just a, yeah, just like, yeah, just the original again, but just kind of newer? Oh, look at this Vader and all these shadows. And I do actually think that the lightsaber kind of shines. Okay. So it had some paint rubs, so it bothered me. That's very valid with those figures. Is that all really? Just turn that down. But pretty cool. Pretty nice. I like this. Yeah, this is not a bad looking Vader. It's not perfect. I think like the arms and also like the torso are kind of like the weakest points. It feels like he can't really stand up straight. And that's just on the engineering of the figure. His neck, I think, is still kind of a little short, but I do want to try something. Okay. Okay, first thing I want to do is kind of move this. We're gonna keep our accessory. So this is a cool figure. Awesome to get. I really appreciate it, Rob. Very much so. It's just cool to get a nice, decent figure, especially for free, to have the luck to get a pretty neat figure like this. Sorry if I'm just keep moving it. I just want to make sure this looks good as well as I can do it as of right now. But yeah, really cool figure. Does that look good? I can't really tell. Does this look decent? It feels like his torso is like, where? It needs to be like that, but then I need him to look down. You can't look down. Not really. When he does, he looks like this. Sorry, I keep tweaking this. I'm just like, oh, please work. Please. Is that just the same pose that I was doing before? I can't really tell. He's just standing there. He's just gonna stand there. Excuse me. But Flashpoint custom, but Flashpoint collector. I keep saying custom. Said, dude, you should get the Dan Mora head sculpts from Dang It Productions. Oh, that sounds neat. He sells them in his eBay and Etsy. All right. Yeah, I'll be sure to check them out. I did actually want to see how this compares up with my one and only other Darth Vader figure. This being the he's kind of tall. Should have anticipated that. We have the Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader. And Silent Rob says, I've seen those. They actually look decent. Okay. And Flashpoint says he sells them each separately. Nice. I'll definitely have to check it out, y'all. But you can definitely see first the height difference when it comes to this. This Vader is humongous. He's chonky. I think he actually works pretty well. I don't really like the brown of the lenses here. I get it's kind of accurate in some cases, but I don't really like it. And then this guy just won't stand. Bro. And also, it's like I don't have his lightsaber. He does have a loop for it, at least. This one doesn't. I don't think it does. I didn't notice one. They don't show one. I didn't see one. I don't feel one. Ain't no loop. No loops for lightsabers. But then this one, because since I don't even have his lightsaber at all, we can try out the S.H.Figuarts lightsaber. See how that looks. At least when it's just the basic one. Let's see. How does that look? It's kind of tiny. Kind of small. I'll have to find like his actual one. It wasn't. It's not too bad. But I do want to try. I know it's going to look ridiculous. But I do want to try to switch the heads. Because I know I can take off this easily, but it's a giant peg there. And then even try like switching out the capes too, just for potential. Because I'm just like, oh, well, maybe I can do something with this. So first I want to try Black Series head on this Vader. And that is a big head on a tiny body. That does not work at all. Look at how big that head is. Look how small. That does not work at all. That is a big head. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't work as well as I would hope it did, or potentially does. But I do want to try the I wanted to try the cape on this Vader. Put this one back here. See how it looks on the Black Series. I know this doesn't fit at all, but just to see. Ah, of course that doesn't work, but yeah, that's kind of. I feel like proportion wise, it's probably better, but this is the size. We're gonna get this head on here. There we go. Okay. There's a with the cape, where he's kind of like in a kind of like a looking up ahead, like afar. Like this is kind of like him, like at the end of Rogue One. I kind of think of like looking out. It looks all right. It's a little weird looking. Maybe if we give him the lightsaber, it might be something. Because this does look kind of all right. It kind of helps it. I might want to try putting these on this just to try. The Black Series Vader looks sick with the SHF cape. It honestly pretty does, and I do actually want to try the Black Series just for fun, just to see how it looks on this. How enveloping is this cape on this tiny body, which it looks ridiculous on. Oh, it like barely even like goes on. Like it's so heavy. It's so heavy. It's so difficult to hold on to. Okay. Oh, because it immediately snags onto itself. So you have to put this head on like perfectly. Oh my gosh. That cape is way too big. That is a humongous cape. Hold on. We're gonna try to make it look decent. We're gonna try one of the fisted hands for this pose, and we need the other one. With the peg. With the thing. Hand. The thingy. Okay. Oh. Alright. Sorry, I'm like behind here actually posing. Trying to do him. Actually, that no, it's a big cape. It's a really big cape. Very enveloping, kind of much. It kind of works. It gives them a little bit of a better, like a silhouette. Like it kind of helps with the neck thing a bit. It doesn't make him look tiny though. He looks small. He looks like a small figure. He's not gonna scale with anything. Because look how oh he's so tiny next to this Vader. These might just stay this way. No, I gotta switch it back. We'll kind of see. I gotta see how these look for a while. Because I do like this on here. If this does kind of work, just let me know. Does this look better? What is that? Well, in any case, well, before I break this, because I'm not being careful, I got Butterfingers working over here. Put it again, switch this out, this back. Excuse me. Ape. It does look pretty well with that cape. So we'll kind of see what we can do next. Can I get our reset? Kind of back on here. Is that upside down? I can't tell. That feels upside down. That feels better. Sorta. There's even just like the regular cape on this one. Gives it a bit of a look. But you can tell that there's improvements that are needed. Because it's kind of old. This is their New Hope. Vader. Probably want to think more closely. Want to do. What we want to do? We'll just do them full on. Where you're just like, you don't know power of the dark side. That whole thing. That whole bit. That whole bit with Dad. Learning your dad is Darth Vader. By him trying to reveal that to you in order to get you to help defeat the Emperor, his boss, his master. And you become Sith and you're like, bro. This ain't, nah, 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 you just try to kill me. No. He was like, I'd rather do anything but join you. So I'm just gonna jump off. We're just like, oh. Just jumped off. What a jerk. Well, look at this Vader with this. With a long saber. Kind of works with Vader. He might just be keeping the saber for tonight. He might just keep this up. Figuarts. in there. I hope you can actually see him in a decent angle. I know he looks tiny, to be honest. Look at that. But he still looks pretty good. Not too bad. I think we're gonna. I'm just trying to get this thing to focus on him. Bro, look at anything else. Look at this Vader. I think he just looks better kind of like close up like that. I think that's his angle. We're going to try to keep him there. Yeah, so there's our oh, two Vaders. Or one takes out the other. Just switched them like that. But pretty cool. Good interpretations. I don't know which one's my favorite. I think, overall, I think size-wise, I think that this Vader is just a little bit better. So he might be getting this cape. We'll kind of see, because it kind of helped a little bit. But even still, I think this one is technically even a better overall sculpt. But, this is early Figuarts. This is 2015. So, this is them kind of like, I guess, kind of like getting into the franchises. And this was during when Disney kind of like, I think recently had gotten the rights then or something around that time. Sometime probably before. They're like, yeah, merchandise. Yeah, let's make action figures. We got Luke. We got another Luke. We got Han. We got Darth Vader, who's really tiny. But in any case, he still looks pretty good. Pretty nice. Has some cool amount of accessories, and as again, shout out to Rob. To Silent Rob Stop Motion. Be sure to check out his channel, because he did an awesome giveaway for May the 4th, and that's how I got this figure. Pretty cool. Look at that thing. That's crazy. Yeah, but I guess we'll keep going with our comparisons. I'm going to move all of our accessories now. We'll get on to our official comparisons. So, out of the two Vaders, though, I don't know. I think it's just the Black Series just because of size alone. I know sculpt isn't all the way there, but it's pretty good. I don't really mind it. He might just get the cape and he might get the lightsaber, but we'll kind of see. Time will tell. But we'll keep on going with our Empire figures. Have all of our Sith and bad guys. We have Emperor Palpatine. And they're kind of about the same height. I mean, Vader is taller, but like, so much going on, like with Palpatine here. He looks so big. And he's kind of like, has his knees bent, because he's an old crotchety man. Because he's just walking along, being like, all right, Vader. Let's go kill ourselves a kid. And he's like, all right, master. He doesn't look that big. This Vader's like perfect height. Perfect height for pals. Like, look at it. That's so cool. This is decent. If you get them like behind him, it looks better. But you want them like side by side or have them like recreate a scene, you probably have to put him on a box because he looks way better like at that size. Even with these proportions, it's just like you make it bigger, make it a little bit bigger. Holy, still good sculpt though. Oh, you did it. It was the prophecy. Bro literally did that. He was like, you, uh, you're electrocuting my son. I don't like that. You, Darth Vader, going there. Now, still sticking with the Empire armor. We got ourselves a stormtrooper. Because you gotta. Because they're in the picture with them. That's actually not too bad. I think it's like if this guy's head was a little bit smaller, I think it would work better. It's a very bright contrast. It looks kind of weird. It's like it feels wrong. It's like, yeah, this guy should be like way, way taller, way bigger. Yeah, than this dude. He should be like at like this height or like more. This guy should be tiny. But he looks good behind him. Just on a display. Alright, then we have continuing higher. Tarkin. Oh, or what? Yeah, what's his name? Tarkin? I think it is. Admiral Tarkin. General Tarkin. I've just been really bad with Star Wars names recently. I just can't right now. It's just like, oh. I, how do you pronounce it? What's anyone's name? Yeah, was it Tarkin? Yeah, his name was Tarkin. Tarkin. Not like Tarkin. There he is next to our Vader. Not too bad. Kind of at eye level, so that feels wrong, you know. Vader should still be like towering these guys, but these are more kind of like 6.5 inch. Kind of be honest, they're not like true 6 inch. They're a little bit bigger, but yeah. Says, yeah, man, I totally agree about. I totally agree about the scaling. They fixed that with later releases, though. I think this was SHF's first Vader release. Yeah, that's understandable. Okay, so yeah, but what was it? Sorry, like I just totally like just spaced out there because I'm like, man, this figure's like, yeah, this figure is kind of like, yeah, it looks good, but it's kind of, it looks so tiny. He looks so, he looks like a kid wearing a costume. But he looks so good. Like, yes, but it's like so accurate. It's like so close. It's just that like his head's just not there. He need a big head. He need better head. He need big legs. Could do like the drop down, I guess. That gives him a lot of height. That actually, hold on. If we even like hide that a bit, does that kind of give him the height he needs? It might mess up the balance, but oh, that actually kind of gives him the height. Hold on, hold on. New new tactic unlocked. What the heck? New articulation. That actually works way better. Hold on. Get over here. How do you look? That's way better. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, keeps happening. That actually doesn't look too bad. Hold on. My lord. It's like, your son shall die. He's like, yes. But they look pretty good scaled up, actually. What the heck? All right. I guess it just fixed itself. Look at that. Height's actually pretty decent now. Hold up. Right as we're saying that. Right as I was saying that. I was like, wait a minute. I can make them higher? I'm just going to keep them like that then. Look at that. It kind of actually works. We'll see. This is, whoa. It's almost like, playing with your toys you know, makes it work better when you understand it more. Oh, his knees do kind of buckle a bit under all that weight. But it's not too bad. Bro. I'll just lose this pose. I don't even know where my pose was. I'm just messing with this. I just gotta stop touching this. Was it like this? Hold up. See, now I'm losing it. Because I'm just thinking too much. Keep touching it. Maybe I want to do a different pose. Hold on. This ain't working. Because I do kind of like this kind of pose. It's kind of like, what is my bidding, my master? But we want them at a good pose. The highest that we can get. It is armor in. Sorry, I'm just trying to mess with this. Oh, that pretty good? That's fine. I keep overthinking this. Can we? Okay. There we go. All right, that's fine. That's so cool. Then we have our Boba Fett Black Series. This is the Empire Strikes Back Boba. Not too bad. His head is kind of big. So he actually does look kind of bigger than him. But, yeah, than Vader. But in any case, this looks pretty cool. Pretty neat. I think this guy doesn't need to get dirty up, and I need to like heat up his helmet because I think it's all kind of warped. It doesn't look perfect. We'll kind of see. I'm gonna move this Vader over because he is not standing well. Oh, yeah. Does he have hole? No, he does not. So I'll have to get an actual stand for this guy, which kind of sucks. Maybe if I can avoid it, I'm not gonna do it. This Vader going. There. You were here. I know I'm struggling right now. There we go. You know your own weight, that's just the problem. You got too much weight at the top. You know, like pull down his belt too, just to make it work. More proportionate. I'm just doing the opposite. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously. Um, I just don't want to get like too crazy on it. Hold up. Let me get this sucker in front of me. Actually look at it. We're just struggling with it. I got an idea. Trying to execute that. That okay? That's fine. Is this alright? This looks kind of weird. Ugh. Well, let's see. I'm like, that's actually not bad. He just doesn't have the lightsaber, but that's fine. Look at that. Look how freaking dynamic that is. Okay, we're just gonna move on. What the heck? Okay, so then our last bad guy we're gonna do is gonna be the Star Wars Black Series Grand Inquisitor, which I have a custom head on. Who was that? Glitch Edit says, I'm here now after playing Dead by Daylight for almost 2 hours. Holy crap. Was it good? Dead by Daylight is always a lot of fun. That game always looks like fun. Yeah, but we have the Star Wars Black Series Grand Inquisitor from Obi-Wan, but this one has a custom head. It's more accurate to the actual kind of an animated version, mostly. Kind of like a realistic kind of take on it. A more other realistic with a more exaggerated like proportions. I have to get a better pose for him. I thought I had a pretty decent pose, but now I don't know. I think that's all right. He is kind of tall. Head does give him a bit of height. I think he's kind of like more like standard size. He's not like huge. But welcome, Glitch Edits. Welcome to the stream. But Silent Rob says, yo, yo. But this would focus on him. Just won't. Keeps focusing on the hand. Bro, even then, focus on Grand Inquisitor. And you don't want to. He looks too good. Look at that. That's so cool. Lumix, yo, what's up? Hey, what's up, Lumix? Welcome to the live stream. We're looking at the S.H.Figuarts. Well, Lumix says, glad to see the figure arrived all well. Yeah, it did. The S.H.Figuarts Darth Vader I got from Rob. You probably know. But yeah, it showed up. It's here. It's got everything. We've been experimenting, trying out stuff. We're doing our comparisons. We got Mr. Grand Inquisitor with a custom head sculpt on there. Because this one has a custom cape and all. Get our Inquisitor back here. Big head and all. Reconnecting. You're live. Thank you. I'm live. Okay. Oh. Oh. Can't believe it's almost been 2 hours already. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna get through the rest of our comparisons. Our first one, and of course be doing with our other S.H.Figuarts Star Wars figures. We have the two other ones that we have. First up, we have the S.H.Figuarts Episode 3 Anakin Skywalker. This is the first version with a custom head that I got off of eBay. So yeah, Anakin Skywalker. Honestly, not too bad. I think he would be kind of shorter, yeah, than this guy. But not too bad. Yeah, this head sculpt I don't think is really perfect. For Anakin, it's pretty good. I think it's like not the greatest though. I think that's a pretty good angle, but it's like you have to be very specific. It's a little big, a little gappy as well. You know, but then you got this Vader. But it is a better head sculpt than, yeah, but then the original ones in any case, so. But that's weird. Like, you have to have them, like, here. Every time, like, the side profile doesn't really work out. And I don't really hate versions. That does, kind of. He's just evil. He's just, like, looking down all the time. He's like, oh, I hate you. I hate you, Obi-Wan. I hate you, Obi-Wan. I hate you. But I still like this Anakin. This Anakin is really cool. Gonna do, what do we want to do? At the front. Of course, well, we're gonna get Vader back up. Excuse me. What you're supposed to be looking at, anyways. Look at the Vader. Look at the Anakin. Pretty cool. See the years. See the transformation. He is kind of skinny though. This guy's kind of skinny. Yeah, this guy looks bigger than this guy. This guy even has his high legs up too. I think he's even higher. Hold up. We have the same thing happening again. Is it twice in a row that we discover that we have different height options for our figures? No. Okay, so that's him at his lowest then, and this is him at his highest. He's pretty tall. I think that's better. Yeah, that's better. He's just kind of thick. He just has more robe stuff on him. He's got more baggier clothing. Okay. Next, we'll be doing the S.H.Figuarts Obi-Wan from episode 3. Yeah, but as you can see, I've not prepared them for camera. They have been on the shelf, looking down. But not a bad Obi-Wan and a great head sculpt. This one from Casting Cave. Super well done. Yeah, if only I can. Put this back. Because Vader doesn't have his own thing. Everyone's got lightsaber stuff and things. Maybe just do here. I'm gonna just do 2 fists for the SHR. Yeah, for the S.H.Figuarts Vader. It's just like someone just needs like just 2 fists. That's all you need. It's gonna be Vader. He don't have a lightsaber because our other Vader has his, and holding the other one is kind of weird. IMO. He needs a place to put it on his belt, or like the one thing I would probably change about it, or even like just give it just a bigger head sculpt. Oh, come on. Of course, regular fist that's not attached to the peg is a little harder to put on. I don't want to break this. want to put too much pressure on it. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to work on this guy. He just keeps kind of like moving to the side. Like, you gotta stay over there. Anything, just stand up. You gotta look down. Like, stay up, but look down because you are a tall man. Or Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, no. Oh, okay. But the feet aren't even flat, so that's why. I'll just fall over. Also, just need to just get a stand. No wonder you had that blue tack on here, bro. It would be impossible. Yeah, you gotta use some blue tack, yeah, just to keep this guy down. I might just do that or something. I gotta get a stand. Or just use like some like tack or something just to keep it on there. Okay. There's our Vader for now. He's got some good height. Silent Rob says, yeah, I do that a lot of the time. If I can get a figure to stay standing up, it really helped keeping figures still for stop motion too. Oh, for sure. It's just, it would be impossible. I wouldn't imagine, like, yeah, like with a figure like this, is like that has fallen over so many times already. Just because this is a precarious situation. Oh, I got equipment around me. But then finally going to kind of like OG trilogy, good guys. We got good old Luke from Empire Strikes Back, so this could be like the fake one. You know, like the one in the cave. So it's not bad. And they look pretty good together. Yeah, this could actually be a nice little scene you could do where this is like, you know, it's like where this is like that whole scene. I feel like that scene, it doesn't really get talked about much, but like that yeah, it's like, well, that don't like scared me as a kid. I was like, oh, like this is the scary part. They're like, oh my god, it's Vader. Wait a minute, I remember what this was. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's just that. But it's like, it's like, what the heck? What, what's going on? What are you doing? But it's looking good. And this Luke's all right. He's not perfect, but he's pretty good. I like him. This guy wants to stand. He wishes to cooperate. Then we have her daughter, Leia. This is half Leia, but I took off her jacket. Just wanted a more, I don't know, just streamlined, simplified look. Kind of a little bit like to match with Luke a bit, but she's more covered up for the winter compared to Luke, where he's in, yeah, he did, yeah, he only has like a tank top. He's in the mud, he's in the swamps. Flashpoint collector says, "Yo, I'm back. Sorry, I was taking a figure out of the packaging." Oh, you're good, bro. Hope you were enjoying your figure. Oh, but now we're gonna move on. Get on with a droid, or one droid. Well, not our one, but one of our droids. Have the new Star Wars Black Series R2D2. Who is there? Cool. Everyone know. Look at. Look at them. Look, they look so cool together. I love this little duo. The Flashpoint collector says, "Yep, it's the new Miles from the comic book wave. He might be my favorite Marvel Legends and Miles." Nice, bro. Awesome. Yeah, with that one, I don't know. It's like I haven't picked up anything like I think from that wave yet. I probably should. They look cool. The Miles is a nice little improvement, technically, but kind of much sometimes, especially with the whole at the gimmick. But sorry, I'm just not thinking right now because I'm like in Star Wars land, so I'm like Marvel Legends. I'm in Star Wars right now. It's not Star Wars, so it's not good. No, sorry, it was cringe. Vader, keep the focus. Oh, okay, oh, there we go. Oh yeah, well, it doesn't really matter because then we got Yoda, give them two together from the same little pack. I actually did a pretty good picture of this guy a few years ago. If you want to go check that out on Instagram, where he was like on the floor. Oh, Dagobah meditating. It was really cool. Pretty good shot. Did pretty well. I do say so myself. But he looks good with it. Of course, they've never. I don't think they've actually have had an interaction before, but They're pretty good. Pretty cool figures together. Especially see them like at scale. It's like, what the heck? Oh, Vader, why do you do this to yourself? I'm trying to not. The Flashpoint collector says, I prefer the old armadillo bag head sculpt for miles. I've been searching it in my accessory bins to see how it looks, but I can't find it. Old armadillo bag head sculpt. But someone obsessed which Yoda is that? This one is the Empire Strikes Back one, where this was the 2-pack with him. Yeah, where you got Yoda and you got the Luke, and you have like the backpack. You can put Yoda in the backpack, and you have the he has like the um, yeah, the Force using face. He has like the eyes closed, or the No Way Home. You're talking about so the old, so fun to put around now. The face sculpt isn't the best one. Prefer the old armadillo bag head sculpt from Mark. Yeah, for Miles. Oh, okay. It's like, yeah, was that the what was that? They had like the Ultimate Miles, because I have the Ultimate Miles. If you want to see that, the Marvel Legends, because I got that one. If you want to see that, I don't have the new one, but I got the old one. If that's the one that you're talking about, because that one was the what was it? What was it? No, what was it? What was the build a figure for that? I was like so old. Because that was when, because they had Ultimate Miles, they had Ultimate Eater. Who was it? Who were the other figures? Do you guys remember that wave? What wave was that? What was the Moto figure? I can't remember. That's gonna bug me the whole show now. But we're gonna move on with comparisons. Because it's not about Marvel Legends, it's about the Star Wars. Right. Lando. We got Lando. We made a Lando. Okay. We have Lando. Oh. Okay. What a nice Lando figure. Where we kept getting screw around with. I think this is this him in Return of the Jedi? Or was this in Empire as well? No, in Empire he had the like the blue fit. I do have that one, but this one is better. This one is a better figure overall. I need to like switch stuff up with that too. Because I kind of prefer the original look. That's nice having a cloth cape as well, and a better head sculpt too. So we'll kind of see. Oh, in due time. But he looks pretty good. And Lando back here. Hold up. Lando. They also got really small feet. He also doesn't really stand that well. All of these figures have like problems most of the time. There's always something with the feet. Even the Hasbros. They just got hella problems. It just don't work. Oh my god. Move. I know you've been probably stuck in the same position for probably like years. But move. Move as a figure. And these joints are all stiff. I know. You have articulation at all. Oh, you do. Very much so. Just have to not be dumb. All he's doing is just standing there, and I'm just freaking out over it. Oh. All right, that's okay. It'll work. Lando sits back there. R2, you need to sit flat on the ground. Probably my one gripe with this is that it doesn't really sit flush on the ground because it doesn't have little like wheels or whatever. They're not really even. Who? There he is. Bible Ducks, Jackson Curtin. Hi guys. Hello. Bible Ducks? What an interesting name. Is Vader ever gonna be in focus? He's just not important. Despite the fact that he is our main figure that we're looking at. And we just not want to look at him. Look at him. Thank you. Why do you not stay focused? Okay. In any case. Next figure. Gonna do a more modern figure. Do Ahsoka. This one is the one from The Mandalorian. I need to get the actual Ahsoka one. Well, maybe this is the newer Ahsoka. Is it? I don't know. I can't remember exactly. I think it's Mandalorian. It's probably Ahsoka. It's probably Ahsoka because I don't think that they really made a figure or until like much later. Unless they did it more recently. I can't remember. I know that they made like the white costume one, but I don't know if they did. This was her look. Either a Mando or an Ahsoka is what I mean. I can't remember. But there she is. Her face is a little off center, but it still looks pretty good, especially at this angle. And that angle isn't bad either. But not too bad. Can't complain about some Ahsoka. Probably prefer like like more like the apprentice type to go with the prequel kind of series because that Ahsoka goes into like my series kind of like slash Disney Plus kind of shows like just all like the shows that are there. Okay, and then our last one, just as a little fun random little Star Wars guy, and kind of a little shout out to someone who I always think about when I think about Star Wars figures is Gus, the original character from Robo Don't Know. This is Eco the Living Planet. Head of Kurt Russell, where he's all happy. You give him a beer, and you put it on this trooper head that has like the fur. It's like the snow trooper, and that's Gus. I don't have like the same like the beer mug that he has, but they're pretty cool. He's kind of big and beefy. I know it's kind of random. We're not gonna keep forever, but you know, he'll just be back there. He'll be in the back. You know, just a silly little character. I know, not a very important character in most people's eyes, but I'm just like, oh, I like that I actually added this to my collection. I made this because of this person. And now I can't even really look at the figure. But there's our Darth Vader. Looking pretty cool. Okay. Focus on him. For all these faces. Look at that. That is not a bad angle there. Kind of just covers up the other one. Not perfectly. Look at that. I think we're just gonna keep it like that. I'm not gonna touch that. So yeah. Hope you all have enjoyed the live stream. I've actually had a really fun time doing this. At first I was kind of like pretty nervous. I was like, oh, do another live stream. When I don't screw up too much. You here and there, of course. Consistent ones, as always. You know, but we got through it. And we had a lot of fun. And this is a pretty cool figure, especially for getting from a giveaway. Yeah, from winning that from Silent Rob. Such a cool figure. Very cool. Very generous. So be sure to go check out Rob. He's really cool. Really enjoy his content. Go support. Go support everyone. Go subscribe. I think I'll put a link to his... Should put a YouTube link in the description. Should be doing that in the future. If I did, it's down there. So click it. Or he should be like tagged. I might have him tagged in the title so we can see how that works too. I don't know. I don't really know how YouTube algorithm really works. They don't make it very clear, at least to me. Very random. But yeah, but my phone's at 5% anyways. So I'm gonna head off. So hope y'all have enjoyed. Be sure to check out the Instagram. Do all that. Go subscribe. Comment what you want to see on the channel. Like, do all that. I appreciate the support. But yeah, so I'm gonna sign off. Hope you all have enjoyed. Thank you again to Silent Rob for this awesome S.H.Figuarts Darth Vader figure. Really, really cool. Really, really feel lucky to have this. Thank you. So we're gonna see how this goes, and we'll see if we'll make some progress on who's gonna be the ultimate Darth Vader of the collection. It's a battle. We might do a video or something. I don't know. It'd be fun. But yeah, but I'll see y'all later. Good